Hi, I'm Shane from Artificial Futures, and I am a huge science fiction nerd. One of my favorite authors is actually an old colleague, Karl Schroeder, based right here in Toronto. Karl is a hard science fiction author, and I love him for his world building. In fact, up in the corner where you can't see, I have a shelf of pretty much most of Karl's books. Although, Karl, we gotta talk. There's still a few I'm missing. Why Karl came to mind is that this week some news reminded me of an old concept of his. Now, that living pile of hot garbage known as Elon Musk announced another new company this week, xAI, and what it would be doing. He set out with the lofty goal of understanding the true nature of the universe. And he's got people on board from DeepMind, Microsoft, Tesla, and even a few researchers from U of T right here in town. Now, this idea of understanding the true nature of the universe, as hubristic as that may sound, did I just make up a word? Probably, reminded me a lot of a concept from one of Karl's books called Thalience. Thalience was this idea represented in a paper called The Successor of Science from his book Ventus. Now, Karl has intentionally stated that he's a bit vague about exactly what it means, but my basic understanding was this. Thalience is the idea that if we can take artificial intelligence and give it the freedom to start to explore science on its own, divorced from human models and human constructs. So it could truly start from the beginning. 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. Gravity is a foreign concept. All these things are out the door. And Karl asked the question, if we gave AI the ability to just explore wildly in this direction, would their models even look like ours? Or would they actually start to take a different view of the universe from how we do? And he goes one step further to say, would, in fact, this approach be so unique and so different, would it even be human accessible anymore? Or would it suddenly become this almost alien concept of understanding the world that we maybe wouldn't even understand? Now, I'm probably butchering Karl's work, so by all means, Karl, please let me know what I missed here. But why I bring it up is because Musk, as difficult as I may have stomaching some of the ideas that he has, with this new xAI company may actually be onto an interesting direction. Because generative AI, for the first time, may give us fractions of the ability to run these kinds of experiments. LLMs and GANs and things like that have the potential to speculate on new ways of doing math or thinking about physics or chemistry or things like that. And while for now they're probably going to be wholly wrong and just complete bullshit, they still offer an interesting thought experiment for us to start thinking about questions like, what would it look like to create an artificial intelligence model that's devoid of human bias and influence, that was truly given a tabula rasa from which to build? Now, I don't know if we'll get much further than that today, but if nothing else, I've given you something to think about, you thalient little scamps. Karl, am I using it right? I still don't know.